John Doe Radio.
Radio.
I know you don't smoke weed. I know this. But I'm gonna get you high today. Cause it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got shit to do.
How much higher can you get?
The human brain is made for thinking, not human experience. It's hardly a tinker toy or experimenting. It's not human with drugs.
Why do we talk about marijuana? It's the single biggest drug that is a source of some confusion.
This is really about educating the public about the fact that marijuana is a less harmful drug.
Marijuana, that's to get high.
You can be as high as you want.
The prohibition of marijuana over the last 71 years has not actually prevented you from using marijuana.
You feel weak.
Close to winning the war.
I do believe there have been some successes.
We will never arrest our way out of this problem.
Welcome to the John Doe Radio Show. I'm your host, John Doe, here with Murphy. Whoa, I need your mic on.
Oh, you muted me from the start.
No, I didn't. I thought, well, I just went into auto mode there, and I hit the number 4 and the number 2, which is, bike is not here yet right now, so I hit
Can you hear me now at least?
Yeah, Jesus. Already screwed up. All right, hopefully you guys had a good 4th of July. Was your 4th of July fantastic?
It was good. I went go-kart racing and got a seatbelt rash on my neck. That part was horrible, but otherwise, American times were had.
Where'd you go go-karting at?
It's called Unser Racing.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
Up off Highway 36.
Dude, I really want to go to that sometime.
It was buy one get one free yesterday.
Yeah. Do they have like different? They just not just one type of go-kart. They have different stuff there.
You know, I only rode one type, and they just had one course open yesterday.
Oh, but there are different stuff, yeah, right?
But yeah. But I recommend doing 2 races.
Hell yeah!
The first one was overwhelming.
How fast do they go? They like super.
They go like 50 to 60 miles per hour.
Holy cow!
Which is pretty fast.
I mean, if like first time in a go-kart, I mean that's like for real. That's quick.
Well, it's quick, but then the whole race is tight corners and turns, and you're just like peeling out and going all fast and furious. So
nice. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Dang, man. I didn't do a whole lot yesterday. I just kind of watched fireworks blow up and had a hamburger, chilled.
I think that's exactly what everyone does.
Yeah.
On 4th of July.
Yeah, I didn't do anything crazy, spectacular fun. Just chilled, relaxed. Can you shut off that fan? I forgot to do it before the show started. My bad. So yeah, hopefully you all had a fantastic 4th of July yourselves. And yeah, took a day off. I wanted to take a day off again today, kind of. But these guys overturned me.
Yep. By popular demand.
I know.
You were demanded. And then Bike didn't show up.
I know. Everybody wanted me to be here. No, I don't mind being here. Make it sound like I don't want to be here at all. But that's not the case at all. It's just when you do this every day, sometimes you're like, you worry about what you're going to think of next. So that extra day off is valuable. So, but no, that's cool. Bike said he would be here late today. So he'll be here in just a little while. He should be here. Oh, if he doesn't show up, then he's in trouble, I guess. I got news for today. There's a couple days worth of news. Yesterday was interesting that is Bike in the chat room? He's in the chat room. Where the hell is he?
He's chatting and bicycling his way in.
Where are you at? Why are you in the chat room and not sitting here?
We see
What the fuck is going on here? All right.
I've never been able to get into the chat room on my phone, so it's all a mystery to me.
Waiting for your ride? Why didn't you just have me come pick you up, dude?
I could have given you a ride.
Yeah, he's probably waiting for our guest. Our guest is probably going to pick him up, so.
Who's the special guest today?
He's blaming me. He said if you had more than an hour notice that we were doing a show today. Dude, you figured the only notice that you needed was that we weren't doing a show. He's like, that is like, come on.
It's hard to plan.
Anyway. Oregon finishing up there, or at least rules coming out for recommendations for legalization. There's a few stories that I picked up today, and in fact, one of the stories, 6 ways. Did I say Oregon or Washington?
I think he's at Oregon, but
whoops.
I do have talking about Washington.
I do have Oregon and Washington stories.
We're so far north, we just can't.
I've turned off my brain today. Yesterday we should have. Today, yeah. Anyway, I do have a story about Oregon, I think. But what I'm really talking about is Washington. I just looked over and I saw Oregon, and so I repeated that. 6 ways Washington's marijuana rules are looser than Colorado's.
This would be a nice comparison.
Yeah, I don't know how the hell that's going to work, but I don't know.
All the rules have been about 6 times faster to come out than Colorado's.
There's going to be a good argument against. There's a few of these that are definitely better than what we have here. But, like, vertical integration they list, that's only going to last for 9 months, so. Oh, they did mention. We'll get to that here in a minute. Another interesting part about the whole rulemaking process that came out there, the marijuana leaf logo. Like, there's no marijuana leaf logo in the pot rules because, I don't know, they were afraid of...
They didn't want the universal symbol?
They rejected the universal
symbol. Are they
going
to adopt the Colorado flag marijuana leaf symbol then?
Washington State was one of the first in the nation to legalize recreational marijuana use, but image-conscious regulators there think that the cannabis leaf logo designed for state-licensed pot merchandise conveys the wrong impression of the evergreen state.
Interesting.
You legalized weed.
Yeah, how otherwise would you represent it? Is a joint preferable to a leaf?
They would just prefer that it not be at all what it is. It's the problem, is what it sounds like. That's, I mean, to be embarrassed about.
Yeah, you did it.
A legal
Congratulations, we're all happy for you, you know?
And I'm sure
Say it loud and proud.
I'm sure it's not the community that decided this. The Liquor Control Board are the ones that put their ass hattery into
regulations.
Ass hattery.
Tim's favorite word.
Liquor Control Board. You like my shirt today?
It's pretty festive. I've been trying to figure out what it reads, but I haven't seen. Smart Pot.
Smart Pot.
We needed some of that today, but
I do need some of that today. I've taken one hit all day long. It's horrible.
Wasn't the smart kind.
I did. It was a dab. Smartest of smart. I did. Dude, what's funny is that I read an article this weekend. Warren posted it up, and it talked about how a few of the leaders in our industry. Maybe I'll look for it here in a little while, but I didn't really want to pay too much attention to it. And even Jen Murray from Can Labs is quoted in it, and she has a better stance, I think, than she used to on dabbing, because, I mean, she said some interesting things about dabbing, which I'm not going to throw her under the bus today. The theme of the day seems to be throw everybody under the bus, so we'll try and stay away from that.
Yes.
But this article talked about how it was just this fad, and that if adults did it, that it was hugely disappointing, because it's just this kids that are doing it now, and it's this strange thing that's going to go away, and it's crazy.
Huh.
There is this section of our industry, of our community, I should say, that has issue with dabs and looks at people doing dabs like it is a hard drug.
Which, I mean, this has come up before. I remember not the most recent Cannabis Cup, but the 2 years back, the dab panel, as it's commonly referred to. William Breeze even mentioned that, you know, this kind of panic occurred with just glass bongs becoming more mainstream.
You know, and
here we are again. Is it different?
Here's the thing, too. While these same people will argue that you cannot smoke enough marijuana, and they'll agree, you cannot smoke enough marijuana to do harm.
Right.
So how is dabbing bad? How is this horrible? Any worse than just smoking a bowl. You'd eat 42 pounds of Earl to kill yourself or something like that. No, I don't. That's 42 pounds of weed.
42 pounds of Earl is someone's taking that challenge.
That is the whole reason why I don't think that you can use the word overdose when it comes to our substance, our drug, quote unquote. Because overdose is not the right word. People do not think I just get tired. Maybe I get a little bit stomach nausea. Like that's okay. That if you want to talk medically, there is a certain point that okay, you've overdosed. If you're not on the level, if you feel like crap, but you can't use that with cannabis. I mean, you just can't because overdosing on another drug is so serious.
Yeah,
it takes away from that.
So much more danger. So
I don't want to take away the seriousness of that word.
Sure.
It is a dead serious word, and using it with cannabis is just not appropriate. So, but either way, I just thought that was ridiculous that our community is sitting here. Some people in our community are worried about dabs. And this is not something where they're educated.
Right. Well, I mean,
the few people that what I'm mentioning in that article, there's a few people that were educated and a few people that just were like biased and hating against dabs for absolutely no reason at all.
Right. Well, you mentioned that the article stated that it would be disappointing if adults were dabbing, but I heard about dabbing through adults. I heard about dabbing not,
And what's adults?
Right, and adults is over 21 based on Colorado law, for starters, so...
And that's what the thing is trying to separate, like, kid and adult in this situation is like, what? So if you're 40, 50...
Then you're too mature.
You're too mature, whatever.
No, yeah.
If you're 20, 30 years old, that's for them. That's ridiculous.
It is.
And
we're not in a position to be judging people.
No.
Based on how they want to consume their cannabis is what it really comes down to. If we believe in the freedom of the plant, believe in the freedom of the person.
If it actually hurts you and was extremely dangerous, I would understand, but
I mean, metal pipes are not good for you. People still do that, we gotta...
Overall, this whole... I don't know. I just think it's strange that part of our community absolutely is starting to act like drug warriors when it comes down to dabbing. And stop it, please.
Yep.
I'm doing this.
Let's all get along.
By the way, no, I'm not going to go there. Damn it.
Just psyching people out today.
I read a thread today on Facebook.
It's probably evolving now.
And it made me, again, want to delete my account. Well, I make myself want to delete my account all the time. I'm not. See, here the thing is, I'm one to talk because I'm an expert at this. I'm an expert at failing at Facebook in every way. I am. I just completely fail at it. I post way too much. Sometimes I get way too personal. I've drank and got on Facebook.
Number one rule. Don't drink and get on Facebook.
There's shits that I don't even want to talk about that. I'm serious. So I understand the the perils of Facebook. And but the thing is, I don't care if you hate somebody else. Calling somebody else out on something is one thing. If they're doing bad tech, they're whatever, fine. Then we need to teach each other and we need to call each other out on stuff. But here's the thing. There's still a line and a rule of stop snitching. I couldn't believe the shiz I read on this thread of people throwing big names in this industry, throwing each other under the bus, talking about this person did this illegally, this person's doing this illegally, multiple Cannabis Cup winning people. Like, dude, for real? Dudes and dudettes?
Pretty harsh.
I couldn't believe it when I saw it. And I have obviously blown up my own shiz and really probably not one to talk. But at the same time, don't throw somebody under the bus there's that line there. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so what somebody was doing was dangerous. Mm-hmm. So somebody called somebody out for it. An explanation and a talk ensued of that.
Sure.
But then it turned personal and completely started being like, okay, well, you do this and you do this and you do this and you do this in a completely open forum. Do you not understand that 100% I can tell you for sure that the police look at what you post? Period. Like, they look at what you post. Mm-hmm. If they have any reason to. I mean, they're not just sitting there like the NSA and scrolling through your shits. Maybe for some people in the industry.
Maybe.
I mean, you never know. But here's the thing. All y'all, like, I've lost respect for almost every single damn person in that thread. And then I went and had to interject myself and said, I can't believe that you guys are actually doing this. So, fail on my part.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the most dangerous part of dabbing is really got to be the production of those dabs. It's really got to be the process.
Or unless you put your mouth around the hot
Or
nail.
if you'd hit your glass piece in an improper way.
No, I'm kidding.
But, you know, producing BHO is, you know, is a technical process, and you need to be trained and do it properly. And at the same time, you know, you need to make quality products so that that's not harmful to the end consumer. And all of that is important for us to discuss. All of that is important for us to be involved in. But there's a productive way to approach it, and there's a hateful, unproductive way to approach it.
Yeah.
And that's where Facebook might not be the best forum.
Yeah. I mean, people were explaining how you could like how you do blasting indoors and stuff, and I know closed loop systems, all that. I mean, I mean, if you're openly blasting indoors, I don't think there's any way for you to guarantee that you're not gassing the place up and gonna like horribly burn everyone around you.
My opinion would be there's a lot of, you know, as far as like lab work goes, not BHO related necessarily, where volatile chemicals are heated, combined with others, compounds are created, etc., etc. Those things happen in controlled environments and are done by people who are properly trained, and that's all fine because they do it in a safe way. So on that premise of it being a lab procedure executed by the proper people with the proper tools and equipment, it probably can be done safely. However, when you post it all over the internet with a half a picture and half an explanation, I feel like it just...
Yeah,
I mean, you know, you don't see scientists like posting on their Facebook.
Can we just calmly talk about these things? Can we just calmly... Like, there's so much bad blood going on right now in the industry behind the scenes. I mean, people have separated themselves from it, but they're the Earl community, the Earl industry, I guess, is the one that is now, you know, it's
pretty
the youngster.
combative.
It's
Yeah.
the youngster of the, you know, it feels like
growers used to do this. Now they can get along.
Now,
you
yeah, it
know?
kind of does feel like that, doesn't it? It feels a little bit calmer in other areas. That, I mean, for real. That's just weird. I just thought of that when I started to think, damn, how many people are pitted? Anyway, everybody's finding their niche is the thing.
Sure.
So now that they get comfortable with where they've got, and really heavily competitive, the heavily competitive part right now is people blasting and people. I mean, the 710 Cup going on right now, judging. It's so competitive, man.
It is.
People are doing a good job, though. I'm hugely impressed with the products that are coming out, and it's pretty cool. It's awesome. I hope that the rest of the country does take notice, at least, of the products.
Right. The positive part of it.
And I gotta say, California's also got
great extracts out there.
Yeah, for their laws.
People are still getting it done.
People still doing a great job. I mean, but see, that's the thing is like with laws that shove people, you know, behind closed doors, literally in this situation. I mean, that's bad though. So I don't know. It seems like I want to lock down California in regulation.
You do. You do. California feels threatened by Tim.
I just want everything to stop tossing and turning. People to actually, people stop getting harassed. There to be there to be specific rules and where everybody can follow, so that the other side can leave us alone.
Yes.
That's really, I mean, I hate that there's got to be rules.
For the most part, we are safer from following the regulations in the state of Colorado.
The two big things, yeah, it's like I think it keeps the other side out and stop complaining, and then also it's let's see here. I don't know how I can explain this. Like, here's the thing. The rules, I totally brain farted there too on top of all that. So it's completely double compounded myself there.
Where is your smart pot?
Damn it. That second one was the important point that I had to make too. Oh well. I'm trying to like pay attention to the chat room a little bit too. I feel strangely good for I feel strangely good for how tired I was before the show started. Right now, I feel my mental capabilities are well more put together than I thought I was gonna end up being today. So that makes me smile.
That's good.
Maybe I just do this show all day and be in a good mood.
No one else is here. Just leave it on.
I leave here and get stressed in my life or something, and then I'm like, but I try and keep it to myself, unless your name is Bike.
Yes.
And then I just dump all of it on you.
Maybe that's why he's not here.
It probably
taking his own break.
Is
he still in the chat room?
I don't know.
Did he create a new username so we wouldn't know?
I don't know.
Is he hiding?
He's probably on his way. Let's see. I'm trying to really get back to this whole thing I forgot about with Callie. Oh yeah, the other big thing is that we've experienced here in Colorado, and why it's nice to have the rules that you have and have them set in, because it's like everything up and down, changing in California all the time. Rules here, rules there. It'd be nice to not have. It's nice to not have everything change. And this is not necessarily true because Vail is having issues. At least, but see, that's talking about like banning or not allowing people at the very start. At least you find that out and where it's cool and where it's not.
Yeah.
It doesn't change in one spot and then change back and then change and then change back.
It's competitive enough. Just
that's what
as
happens
a
in
business.
Cali a little bit.
So, in Cali, we've got people who are always facing bans, having to move, getting zoned out of their current areas, the federal government threatening landlords, so landlords not renting to centers. I mean, those are all... They're issues we've had here in Colorado, but smaller scale compared to California. Probably just because Colorado is a lot smaller than California, and it's hard. It's hard to invest in a giant grow and not know if your center can stay open. It's hard to run your business that way.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. I was just checking up on that thread, see if anybody listening.
Is it still going?
I just wanted. I'm done with it. I just wanted to make sure that anybody listening didn't like go back there and launch it. Yeah. So anyway, Washington's now sorting through all their shiz. We're supposed to have a guest in Bike here today. Whoa. I just spilled water. I didn't know how to drink. Let's just get to the news here. Unless you have anything, Murphy. Do you have anything else?
Nothing too extremely newsworthy.
Doesn't necessarily have to be news.
Yeah.
If you got anything, we got time.
I'm definitely looking for info out there from anyone who has had to deal with a THC DUI. It finally happened after years of it showing up and going away and showing up and going away. It's out there now, and I really wonder.
I wonder how many people
how it's being handled. If you get charged with a THC DUI and you have your medical card, do you go on probation and lose your medical card and lose your medical rights and then have to go to classes to learn to stop smoking cannabis the way you do with alcohol? I want to know what that looks like, so we can advise our patients properly to know.
I know in my situation,
what kind of defense they have in this situation.
In my situation, when I had my card and I was allowed to stay a medical patient, when you get ordered to, do drug treatment, like a drug evaluation and a mental evaluation after, some shiz goes down.
Yep.
Like, I just showed the guy my medical marijuana card. And he's like, "Do you do anything else?" no. He was like,
Two-question evaluation.
There's nothing I can really do. Signs off. Like, I leave. And then I had to do like a 400-question test. Holy crap.
Yeah.
The same question, like
4 times over and
no,
over.
not 4 times, like 40 times. Like, dude, it was nuts. And they came back and the guy was like, "You're the most sane person that's taken this test." And I was like, "I fooled you." For real. Okay, I was like, "What?" All right. I was like, they're gonna lock me up after this damn thing. All right. There's a difference, self-aware and self-aware of being nuts. All right. It's a Friday on the John Doe Radio Show. Thanks for hanging out with us. iCannabisRadio.com. Big thanks to all of our sponsors that make the show possible. I think we added a new sponsor today. I'm pretty sure we did. I just haven't talked to Bike yet because he wasn't here today. Kind Love. We should probably welcome on board here on the John Doe Radio Show. So we'll talk with you about them here in a bit. If that is the case, I'm sure it is. But they have extracts. Dude, we've been holy cow! I love their extracts.
They do great water hash.
Yeah, so we'll talk
Few
about that.
places in town.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, do. That is one of the places that water hash. I think Bike's here. Yeah, there's Kind Love does have crazy stories behind it when it comes to extraction and stuff like that. So, but I don't know if we'll get into that because that's also water under the bridge before.
Well, I went on a mission this last week to find out who really has water hash, because we all see Pink House stores sell out like crazy, and it's not always easy to find everywhere. And I was able to track down a few good spots with some really good water hash this week. It's very encouraging.
What did any specific kind that was like wow?
Well, I hadn't known this before, but Grassroots in Denver, they do water hash. They have the essential extracts, and it was amazing looking. And I was in there. They've got they've got some branding for some Earl wear.
Earl wear?
Earl wear. Some clothes. They had some booty shorts that said Earl Squad.
Really?
And lots of
There's a few companies that are like. Stay Concentrated, by the way, is the concentrate company from Kind Love.
Oh, good.
There's a few. What is it? There's a few. I can't remember the name of the clothing companies that have been in here. But there's been a few clothing companies that have come in here and had really cool stuff. It's
right.
not just like, actual these some cool designer things.
Yeah. Which is why, going back to that article we talked about earlier, I feel like it's kind of harsh to say that, dabbing is just this childish thing, because it's evolving in a whole culture. I feel like, music is taking off of dabbing. There's clothing lines, and not just, like they're nice clothes, quality stuff. So
stuff people would wear.
Yes.
Cool. Actually, I forget that we might not be the only ones here today. You should close that door. Sorry if anyone's out there. You're awesome. Did you almost trip?
Yes.
She almost falled over, guys. The fan tried to trip her.
Tim's just telling me to do stuff, making me fall.
I would totally get up and do it, but there's a table between me.
You have the executive chair.
I know.
That's your prerogative.
This chair needs to be better for it to be called an executive chair. It's just the producer chair.
Should we get you an executive chair?
Yes.
Would that improve the quality of the show?
You have fantastic ideas.
That's what I'm here for.
All right. Yeah, I wish I'd have went and picked Bike up. Washington State, first we would talk about that logo dropped from Washington State's pot rules. Dropping the marijuana leaf as an official state symbol was one of several what the heck is in my pocket? Oh, yeah. I was walking outside, and then the Jehovah's Witnesses were making their rounds.
Ah, how convenient.
I walked outside in my Smart Pot shirt, and
they knew that you needed their flyers.
I wish I would have. I don't know. I was being responsible. I usually have my rig in a case and all that stuff. But I was like holding the rig and the torch and everything. And you come out, you turn around. Oh, hey, here, can you hold this while I put this in my pocket? I already made enough ruckus in the neighborhood this weekend anyway. Dude.
Is there a lot of fireworks in your neighborhood this weekend?
No,
this
actually.
Week?
Well,
holiday?
the third there was a ton. And I'm like a mile away from Coors Field.
Okay. Yeah.
So
me too.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. We might have to hang out sometime. Come smoke up.
I see you Facebooking about being at Jake's.
I was at Jake's
I could
yesterday.
be there. Yep.
Dang, I should have said, hey, I'm at Jake's. Well, now that I know these things, we can invite you along.
Perfect.
Because Bike doesn't come and hang. I kind of
He's a
ditched him
homebody.
yesterday too, though. So I feel bad.
I had a great view of Coors Field and all those fireworks, but I feel like there was just fireworks popping off everywhere. Everyone was lighting fireworks.
The third, it was crazy. Like, and then last night, it was after the big fireworks. You know, everybody like went home because everybody was either at the Rapids game, the Rockies game, or the Outlaws game. All of them sold out. That's fucking nuts.
It is.
That's
It's a lot
like
of people.
40,000 people at the. I think that's what they said at Mile High Stadium. Dick's Sporting Goods Park is freaking huge, and Coors Field, one of the best places to watch fireworks shows anywhere.
Yeah. And then the downtown was still crowded, packed.
Bike
People
talked about how
camping out.
Yeah, there too. It was crazy how many people were there. I just chilled. What was I gonna say about Bike? Oh, Bike. He said that fireworks are boring.
He said they're boring.
He said fireworks are boring. He wanted a laser light show.
Well, I mean, lasers.
Well, he said they're outplayed. I think basically is what he was trying to say. They're
The thing about fireworks,
old.
I think, is if you light them off, it's way more fun
Yeah.
than just taking a seat.
You need to drop some acid, and then you'll see some laser light streak shows. I couldn't believe he said that. I was like, are you kidding me? On the 4th of July.
It's un-American.
He's just trying to say things to make people ruckus. Get people in a ruckus.
That's what he does. It's pretty much why you become friends with Bike. To hear the ridiculous shit that he feels the need to say. And it's funny, so it works out.
He said so. I won't blast him anymore, but he did say another thing on Facebook this weekend too that got him in. I can say all this crap because I say more ridiculous things on Facebook than anybody. I couldn't believe one of it. He cracks me up. He does. Hopefully he gets here soon.
We need
Are
his
you
jokes.
even coming, dude? Freaking A. All right. I keep missing over something I was gonna go back to. Damn it. It's this shirt just distracting me. The tie-dye Smart Pot shirt.
It's not good for concentration.
This is the only tie-dye shirt I have ever owned in my entire life.
Did you tie-dye it yourself?
No.
Aw.
This is from Smart Pot, the Smart Pot company.
So they did the work for you.
Yes.
It's
I
one
got
of
it
the
from
many
the
smart
shop
things they do.
next door. They like those Smart Pot, the cloth pots. They sell really well. In fact, I mean they breathe better. They're just awesome.
It's true. It's washable.
Yeah. Oh, also big thanks to our other sponsors here on the John Doe Radio Show. WarrenEdson.com. Make sure you check out WarrenEdson.com. WarrenEdson.com. Slow down. If you need criminal defense, cannabis consultation, family law, there's someone here around to help you. WarrenEdson.com. Also up in Aspen, there is offices. Also big thanks to Compassionate Pain Management. Our good friends at Compassionate Pain Management. It looked like Sean, one of the owners there, a friend of mine, a good guy. He's crazy. He drove all the way across country to like go to a music festival, and like videotaped himself doing just crazy shiz the whole way. Anyway, hopefully he had fun, good time, looked like he did. Big thanks to him and Compassionate Pain Management for being longtime sponsor here on the John Doe Radio Show, a holistic wellness center, Lakewood and Louisville. If you need any more info, go to CompassionatePM.com. And I need to get Alex back in here, or Mike needs to ask Alex back in here. I could probably ask him, holler at him. Element 420, elementfour20.com. 82 South Federal Boulevard. Good extract in the CO2 realm. Really the only CO2 that I would recommend you go get at all, I think.
Yeah, I would love to talk to them more about CO2. It's
not
done as much as a lot of the other extracts are.
I have questions about I have some questions about like purging techniques with it and see if it can be applied. I haven't mentioned them on the air because I don't want anybody to steal my fucking ideas. Now that I'm possibly worth something in the industry. Besides just...
Now that you're eligible.
Besides just
badge.
A motor mouth. I can tell that we're getting popular and people listen to what we say because we are getting some I am getting some I'm getting the haters of people.
That's what it takes.
Like
it's the measurement of success.
Yeah, exactly. The people are like I don't know, it's like, and there's a few people where it was like, oh, I really thought you wanted me to succeed. Like, that really pissed you off that bad? Doing a good job pissed you off?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's rather vague. Washington and Colorado became the only two states to legalize marijuana for adult recreational use after approval by voters last November. Through Washington, though Washington's law went into effect first. This is from Reuters, by the way. The other AP.
That one paragraph is probably going to be the most printed piece of information of like 2013.
I should have blogged it. Blah blah.
Yep, everyone knows
that same exact paragraph.
Yeah,
gonna get the blah blah. Both states, along with 16 others, also have legalized pot for medical purposes. The federal government, however, still classifies cannabis as an illegal drug. Blah blah blah. The abandoned pot logo, which was to appear on any recreational use marijuana or marijuana-infused products sold in the state, featured a pot leaf inside an icon of Washington State. Ta-da! Ta-da! We gotta do it, man.
That was our idea. Crap.
We gotta do it. There's already a logo out there floating around with a pot leaf in it.
Send us your logo ideas. JohnDoeRadio.com. You could be the official Colorado logo.
That just reminds me. I gotta get you a email address and then forward it to your email.
All right.
Because then you could be like, send me this, and then people will send you stuff, and then you'll be like, yay!
Hooray! I love to get mail. I want actual paper mail. That's what I would like.
Really?
Because how exciting is it to get mail out of your mailbox that's not
a bill? Something
you don't, want to open at all.
That is an interesting thought. I don't like, I don't know what it is, but I don't know. Like returning messages gives me anxiety.
Oh yeah.
So I tend to not check messages sometimes. So like right here, let's see how many see all these
Yeah. Well, because it gives you away if you've seen it. So if you don't see it.
But even if I can see it and know what they're talking about,
you get the gist.
Yeah, look at all them. I don't even return shit.
Do you even check your other folder? The Facebook conspiracy.
Is there another folder?
Check that out. Messages you didn't know you had.
These are not even...
They're from 2010 probably, yeah.
No, January,
that's not
April, bad. May, June. What is this? Whoa, I would like to make a donation to your program June 7th.
Thank you for the offer. We'll get back to you immediately.
Damn.
That's not that bad. June 7th this year?
Yeah,
okay.
What the fuck, Facebook?
Yeah, no. Sneaky other folder.
Hey, nice profile. Can we be friends? It's a lady. What is this?
I don't understand. Is that a cookie?
Dude, I love scat porn sometimes. Is that message? Are you serious? Oh my god, this is the junk folder.
It is. It is. It's your Facebook spam folder.
Hi, it's a lady. I like your philosophy. Want to be friends? I'm Emma, an independent young lady who enjoys making new friends.
If you're a lady, you can find Tim on Facebook. You'll go straight to his other folder.
Hi Tim,
to
how
be
are
discovered.
you? How are you today? They're all women, like all of them. This message is no
Very
longer
popular.
available because it was identified as abusive or marked as spam. They must have sent it out to a bunch of people.
Yep. Or they were trying to abuse you, and Facebook has your back on that.
Hi there. I am new on here and got you suggested as a friend by this app. I like your pics. Are you also new and single? I didn't know this folder. I forgot about this folder.
It just snuck up on me one day. One day I just...
Holy
had it.
crap. There used to be a ton of just spam crap. Like back in the day, they used to be able to send you stuff.
Look, I sent you something like a way long time ago from Treeline.
What?
Yeah, check that out. Some kind of deal.
Dude, there, right there. Look at that.
My ads aren't working.
This is from 2011. Look at that. I got a bunch of them.
Yeah. How hilarious.
$20 gram hash oil wax. This is not a current ad, by the way.
That was years ago.
You know we have the biggest selection, the highest quality extracts. So come pick some up at off-season prices.
Can't believe we never reached you.
You did. I knew about Treeline. I just don't. I never went and got deals. These things work, though. I mean, it's crazy how people look for a deal. I mean, if they hear a deal for a dispensary, they'll go to check it out. Number one, I think that that people are constantly looking for a better product, and it's sort of like tourism, like in local tourism. You know, it works. It works.
Well, something
There's
that's
some people
always...
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, something that's always been said about the cannabis industry is that the people who are really making a killing are the landlords and the lawyers. But I look at the advertisers, too. I mean,
they make
Westward they
charge a ton.
Is taking some funds in their advertising.
We try to I've tried to get advertising through them before, too, and it's like...
It costs money,
what is
but
it, like $3,000 a page or something.
But
like that?
generates a ton of money. People will rip that page out.
Yeah.
And
the deals
go take
and stuff.
advantage. So
yeah,
it works.
Yay!
You don't have to sell cannabis to get in the industry.
I really miss selling weed, though.
Well, you can sell cannabis, Tim, if you want.
I sell cannabis
After you apply for your badge.
See. That's the other part that sucks about all this regulation shiz.
Does Washington do anything for occupational licensing? Anything similar, or are they just licensing their owners?
As far as I know,
I've not really read.
There's a story here. Let's let me finish this one I was on, and then I'll read the next story. Where was I at? The intent behind the label was to make, we're talking about the label that they did away with, to make any cannabis containing product easily identifiable, and said the Liquor Control Board. But in a letter last month to the board, a group of drug prevention advocates, including Children's Alliance Deputy Director John Gold, wrote that the logo could reasonably be viewed as branding Washington the marijuana state. See, we should have done it first, then we would have...
Then we could be the marijuana state.
They wouldn't even have cared after that. They wouldn't even have had that argument.
Yeah.
Be like, Colorado did it. What's the big deal? We're not Colorado. Don't compare yourself to them, crazy cousin. They're so high. They're in the Rocky Mountains. I'm cracking myself up. Nobody else is laughing, but I am.
Are they going to replace the logo with anything? Does it say?
I don't know. Do they have to have universal symbols? I haven't read the draft rules, so
We'll get them in here.
I gotta read
them.
It took me a day or two to read through to get to the Colorado rules too. So it's not like I'm slacking just because you're Washington. I'm just slacking because I slack. A logo like this will undoubtedly end up on bumper stickers and T-shirts. The board reserved the right to create a new logo, which might feature a marijuana leaf, but not coupled with the image of Washington State.
Okay.
You farkin' ass hat. I
They could just do the image of Kansas, trick everyone, you know?
Mothership was talking about moving to Kansas. Mothership, the glass company, amazing glass.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like, why? Why just
cheap
stop
warehousing
in Colorado? Eugene is moving here too. He posted last night on that thread. Eugene is one of the best glass blowers there is. He's also a professional skateboarder.
Oh.
Crazy talented, man. Like his marbles and everything that he does, he's crazy talented. To get
Marbles have blown up.
Oh yeah,
Marbles has gotten so big in the last little bit.
Yeah, regularly go in for $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 online. These crazy marbles, it's nuts, man. They're cool. Overpriced on Facebook, and that's not to knock any of the artists out there, but you got to admit that Facebook is, if you're selling marbles or glass on Facebook, sometimes it gets a little bit of that. I don't know, it's a place where everybody goes. I can't think right now. I need more weed.
Tim loves Facebook right now.
I just get to a point in my thought, and then it's one of those days where really nothing means. I don't give a shiz about anything, so I try, and then
we don't give a shiz Friday.
Yeah, I try, and then
Welcome to the John Doe Radio Show.
I get to a point, and the floor just drops out, and I'm like, meh. I care. I do. I care. It's just tiring to have to care every day. No.
You don't have to care on Saturday or Sunday.
This burden.
You're almost there.
But even then, I'm like thinking about gosh, I'm like, why do I gotta make this better. I gotta do this. I stress myself out by not being able to shut off my brain. Oh, I like it though. I think about what else I would be doing, and this makes perfect sense. Nothing else seems like a good idea besides selling weed, making extracts.
Yep.
So
it's the good life.
And then people message me and they're like, I make extracts and I sell weed, and I wish I could do what you do. Could you say that you want to be lazy any more clear? That's what I think when I hear that. Pretty amazing. God, this article is going to take 45 minutes to get through.
It's a pretty long article.
I keep stretching it out too. In another shift, the board proposed to let recreational use of marijuana be grown outdoors, not just indoors or in greenhouses. To pass muster, the outdoor operations would need to be fenced and be equipped with security cameras and alarm systems. Responding to concerns of fueling the black market, the board also clarified that highly potent marijuana extracts, which have gained popularity in recent years, may be legally sold so long as they are adulterated with at least trace amounts of inert substance such as vegetable oil. What?
Wow.
Dude, I'm not dabbing vegetable oil.
Let's repeat that. Hold on.
In Washington, before they were going to ban the shiz out of this. And
sure.
Nobody was talking about it because I don't think anybody took this serious. But now, yes.
I mean,
you better fight this.
Is that verbiage from the law? Because I wanna know.
They also clarified, the board, that highly marijuana extracts may be legally sold so long as they are adulterated with at least trace amounts of inert substance such as vegetable oil.
Why?
What is a trace amount?
Why add an adulterant?
Why? Why?
What does that? Because if they're talking about a benign adulterant, then what is the point?
I don't get the
because
point.
It accomplishes nothing. And
I don't get
so this. That was snuck into this article. That should be the headline. Vegetable oil. Everyone on Facebook, rally together. Quit talking, yelling at each other. And let's talk to Washington right now. Vegetable oil? I've been working hard to get people to stop putting glycerin in their oil. Now that's the law.
The marijuana law does not explicitly provide for the sale of such concentrates, but board members were persuaded to allow their purchase so to avoid pushing customers to the black market. People told them, you know, people are going to make this. And if you look at other states, California, everywhere, where even it's outlawed to even make it, it's still happening. I don't get that. We need to make a phone call, figure out why they're doing it.
Call somebody.
Call the board.
Why? I mean, well, and especially something like vegetable oil. Like, there are
better
benign adulterants than that.
Yeah, I mean, and they just gave that as an example.
Right. That's bad example.
Inert substance is what the...
I don't understand.
We do anticipate that the legislature will revise the language in the coming session. Under the new draft rules, consumers could legally buy bulk amounts of pot extracts, like marijuana-infused baked goods or drinks, up to 1 pound in solid form or 4.5 pounds as a liquid. The retail cost of bulk concentrates, which can consist of up to 80% THC. What? So they're really talking about having 4.5 pounds of oil?
I don't.
A pound of shatter? So what's you can...
Who is trying to buy...
Who's writing the rules in Washington? I mean, they've always had high...
This is why California
limits.
doesn't want rules. Just look how wacko those are. We're over here in Colorado, like, let's test for microbials. Washington's like, let's throw vegetable oil in there.
That's a pretty high amount of allowable. That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not hating on that. It's just like, that's
no.
like, why the hell? Where did that come from? The retail cost of bulk concentrates, which consists of 80% THC, the main ingredient in marijuana, would likely run into the tens of thousands of dollars. What? Based on prices found online for equivalent products sold by medical marijuana dispensaries. Smith said the prohibitive cost of buying extracts in bulk would probably discourage most consumers from purchasing them in large quantities. They're worried about the black market and trying to keep people from going to the black market, but opening up the floodgates for people to ship everything that they pick up in Washington out.
Yeah.
Like, dude, that's what's gonna happen there. I mean, big deal, but that's kind of stupid.
Yeah.
Like, we're just gonna do this because. Let's see here. Here's another one about Washington. Washington will allow legal marijuana to be grown outside. The state might allow a limited number of marijuana growers and processors, but a limited number of stores where adults can buy the drug for recreational use. The plants and the products made from them will be tracked from seed to sale in secure facilities. Growers who break regulations on sales, packaging, transportation, or security could lose 1/4 of their crop on the second violation in 3 years, half their crop on the third, and lose their license on the fourth.
That's an interesting penalty.
That is weird.
Like, they're gonna
Washington
take your
taking
cannabis.
just slightly different approach. It's interesting to see. I mean, there's these little itty bitty, I mean, not itty bitty details, but just these little differences. These big, God, I can't think. This is actually big news. I can't. Because July 4th happened. That's why I missed this. It came out yesterday. So yeah, these rules, interesting. I need to read over that. Advertising of stores and their products will be strictly limited and not targeted to minors. Legal marijuana being sold in licensed stores will have to come in childproof packaging and be clearly marked with the level of its intoxicating substance, but it won't carry a logo of marijuana leaf.
Yeah.
With the map. It'll carry, I bet you it carries a logo of a marijuana leaf on it.
Somewhere.
That's just responsible. Like, you gotta put that on there.
Yeah.
I mean, what if you got, like, edibles sitting in your cupboard and even you don't realize that you grab a non-edible or whatever. I mean, hopefully you would realize it, but, another adult in your house or whatever, they're running around, grab something, look at the label. Oh, this looks good.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see someday maybe not having, like, clearly this is an edible of marijuana-infused product. I can see it just being like a bag of wrapper, whatever, And the only reason why you could tell is because there's it is, because the product will become,
more familiar.
Familiar, but also, bam.
Yeah.
There's got to be a logo on there.
Something to identify it. It hasn't been around long enough for people to realize.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, somebody's gonna sue you if you don't put one on. State Liquor Control Board canned the proposed logo Wednesday. We'll work. We already said that. Work for replacement. The board gave preliminary approval Wednesday morning to some 80 pages of rules for people who would grow, process, and sell marijuana. It plans to hold 4 hearings around the state, including one in Spokane in early August, to gather public comments. It could make further adjustments based on those comments before the rules take effect September 16th, and the board begins accepting applications for licensing for each of the 3 activities. It will be the first heavily regulated recreational marijuana system in the nation. It will be one of them. Mm-hmm. And by most standards, the world. One of the board members said he believed it would be successful, but he wasn't sure yet how well it would compete with illegal states and the state's separate but largely unregulated medical marijuana operation. The real question is, what percentage of the marketplace will you capture with a highly regulated system? There are still significant questions about whether and how the system will work. The federal government has not yet indicated. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Although the board will begin awarding licenses in December, Foster says it's likely that sales of legally produced marijuana in state licensed stores won't start until late winter or early spring.
It's going to be pretty exciting. Someone, somewhere, is going to be the first adult to make the first recreational cannabis purchase. In America.
And it's going to be here in Colorado.
Let's be that fast.
It's going to be awesome. January 1st. We get to have it. I can't wait. I thought that mic almost fell off in my lap. That would hurt. Oh. And also, if you're in Washington, the state wants to hear from you stoners. There's a survey going on there. You can go... Let's see here. I'm sure that you'll be able to find out where you can go if you're in Washington. So check it out.
Go to your local hearings. Read your rules.
Exactly.
Or they'll take a quarter of your crop.
I'm going to try and look into that, why they are doing what they're doing.
Yeah, with the extracts. We got to figure that out.
Somebody explain to me what the fuck they're doing there. Like, why they're doing that.
Who made that recommendation?
That's a horrible idea.
Yeah.
Not knowing what trace amounts.
Yeah, trace should be specified, and inert should be specified. Some things are not inert when you light them on fire. So.
I can't.
That's a concern.
Can you imagine some of the stuff once it gets put on a nail, a hot nail?
Yeah.
Just I don't get it. I honestly, it's one of the most mind-numbing things.
It's a bad idea.
All right, next one. I was looking through here to see if there's any news. Chronically ill patients may be able to legally light up in less than 2 weeks in Illinois. That's when supporters of the medical marijuana bill are hoping the governor will sign the bill legalizing the drug for medical use. Still is yet to be signed.
Good job, Illinois, though. I mean...
Finally got it through.
Yeah. That's what it takes. It was on Colorado's ballot many times before it passed, even for recreational.
They've had their freaking governor in their legislature. They've had people... They're one of the people that I talked about last week that has... had a frustrating path of having one or two people get in the way of
every
reform
time.
there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I mean they've pushed for reform. It's crazy. Everybody would. I have some friends in Chicago, and also the individuals are in Chicago. There's a music group, Crazy Fools that talk mad shiz everywhere. Anyway, people were like, "This is never gonna happen here. What dispensaries in Chicago? Can you imagine?" Like, I'm like, no, I can't. I've never been to Chicago, but why not?
Why
so
not?
It's gonna happen.
Exactly. Nope. Keep fighting the good fight, everyone.
CBS 2's Dorothy Tucker reports opponents continue to point to problems in other states and worry Illinois might face similar issues. Julie Falco says that she was ready to commit suicide to escape the debilitating effects of MS. What did she find? Cookies made with marijuana. Not only did it help with my muscle spasticity. How you say that word?
Spasticity.
There you go. Leg spasticity. God, I can't talk. My numbness and tingling, the pain, it saved my life. Improving the lives of the chronically ill is how supporters convinced lawmakers to pass medical marijuana in Illinois. Opponents like Riverside Police Chief Tom Weitzel has a list of objections, of course.
Yep.
The biggest is marijuana patients who drive. Their reactions are slow. It could either just cause erratic driving, or in some cases, they may be involved in auto accidents. There are no studies to confirm Weitzel's fears about patients who may drive under the influence. In fact...
Thank you for saying that, article.
Damn, Illinois. See, when people actually do their research.
Yep.
A study looking at 16 states where medical marijuana is legal found traffic deaths dropped 9%. That got forgot about, too. That's the first time I remember that in a while. Before this round of bullshiz, we defeated... We didn't successfully defeat the DUID this round. One of those situations where that one person stepped in and caused the situation to happen, the governor shoved that damn thing through. We beat it.
Yeah. We've proved over and over that there wasn't any evidence to suggest.
Yeah. But we had an asshat that shoved it through.
Yep.
He's like, if I sign the legalization shiz, all the what you guys worked on this whole session, all these rules, then you got to do this. That's what happened. Crap.
Yep.
Anyway, so yeah, 9% drop in 16 states where medical marijuana is legal. Those same researchers also looked at the impact on teenagers and saw 11 states saw fewer teens smoking pot. Patients in Illinois will need an ID to buy pot. 2.5 ounces will be the limit, which is enough stuff to stuff up 2 small sandwich bags.
Is it?
Depends on how heavy the weed is. The fluffy weed. Some dank nugs. You can fit quite a bit in one of them sandwich bags.
You can.
I got really good at eyeballing eighths, man. I was like, that's an eighth. Bam! Within 0.1 or 2. You're like, yeah.
Should work for the Department of Weights and Measures.
It's the only thing I know about math is how to break up pounds. Patients in Illinois, up to 60 shops could get permission to sell. I don't think it will attract the right types of crowd the most communities would want, said Weitzel, the police chief.
Would it not be attracting the crowd that already lives in that town?
Exactly.
Just saying.
We're coming out of the woodwork. And then here's the other thing with that. There is overwhelming evidence and multiple police. Denver police chief at one point, I think even the LA police had said one time that, in areas where there were pot shops, they've seen crime go down.
Yeah.
I mean, South Broadway, the rejuvenation of that mamma jamma. Give me a break. All the places that these grows are at that filled these empty buildings.
Yep.
In like along the Platte River by Santa Fe Drive, and there's tons of grows over there, and there's nothing. There wasn't
nothing there
shiz
before.
over there.
Yeah.
In fact, the Greenway University building is still there with the sign turned around backwards. When it went out of business because all the shiz that they happened with them. That whole area is just without that there would be nothing there.
Right.
What else nobody else wants to use that area.
No.
I mean, it's like older industrial shiz that, you know, had
and there's
shops
not a
in
lot
it
of-
sometimes.
There's not
and-
a lot of uses for it either because those are, manufacturing areas.
Yeah, the
And
area's just-
What other manufacturing is blowing up right now?
Yeah, there's
we have
nothing over there.
created
Glass shops, like people
Yeah.
that blowing glass, like that's
Mhm.
another thing that's popping up in it, like
hand
over
in hand with the growth of cannabis and frankly, dabs becoming popular.
Oh yeah, that's a huge part of the rig action and all that. And like over, Evans. Let's see, PT's is right there. Evans and like Tejon or something like that. In that area, I mean, there's tons of glass blowers. Out in Arvada, in this one area, there's tons of glass blowers. It's weird how they all congregate, like
Sure.
not just glass blowers, but the grows usually have congregated together,
Mhm.
and glass blowing shops is cool. It's like, let's just buddy up here.
Yep.
Anyway,
Everyone wins.
awesome. There was a case in Denver, Colorado, which saw a rise in marijuana-related crimes. It's what? However, in Sacramento, California, there was no increase in crime. According to a recent report, Colorado also ran out of money and failed to complete background checks on nearly half of shop owners and found 56 shops underreported sales taxes by more than $750,000. Where the fuck did they get this information from?
Yes. Is there a source?
This is one of the most pinpoint, out of state reports. Period. CBS did this.
I mean, background checks, not that expensive. CBI report is like $7.
Yeah.
But I want to say they completed background checks on most. We already know they've been investigating and
56
and
shops
conducting raids.
underreported sales tax. Where's the story on this?
Yeah, where is this? Where is the breaking news?
I don't think that cancer patients in Illinois should be denied access to their medicine because an agency in Colorado didn't do what they were supposed to do.
Yeah.
Said marijuana proponent Dan Lin. It's already kicking ourselves in the balls.
Yep.
I knew
Got
that.
a point, Dan. Dan Lin.
You know what, though? We went ahead and made rules and law to make sure that doesn't happen again. So if the Department of Revenue farks up this time around, I mean, not that they care, but they're violating law.
Right.
They don't issue this shiz in a timely manner. 90 days.
Yep.
That's funny. It's funny because it's not funny. It sucks. And that's not our fault either. We didn't fark anything up. Our community and our industry did a good job
Yeah.
for the most part.
We paid our money. We applied for our licenses. We've
The Department of Revenue
self-regulated quite a bit.
farked that up, man. Yeah, exactly. The whole seed to sale thing. I mean, yeah, I'm sure plenty of things are not being followed, but here's the deal. The sky didn't fall. That's my reply to that whole situation is, look, the sky didn't fall. But who knows what the Department of Revenue has got up their sleeve for some people, though.
Sure.
I mean, there's no way that the 70 count indictment that came down against that dispensary and all those people, there's no way that's the only thing that they're looking at.
No.
I mean, if it is, then I don't wish any harm on anybody, by the way. But at the same time,
Sick of getting called out by Illinois. That's for sure. We're trying, Illinois. Doing our best out here.
they can possess more weed than we can, too.
I know.
Another concern from opponents is patients buying medical and selling it to others illegally. Supporters say the Illinois law would prevent that by barring anyone who is caught from buying medical marijuana in the future. What?
That's actually the case in Colorado as well.
If dispensaries in Illinois follow the lead of Colorado, patients will pay $35 to $40 for an eighth. I think weed's still
We'll
expensive.
see.
Weed's still expensive in Chicago.
Yeah.
In Illinois.
Well, and that first crop out of your first garden, generally the most expensive crop you'll ever grow. It's hard to start low.
Illinois calling us.
They did.
Oh,
They
it's-
did. That's embarrassing. Please report your sales and pay your sales tax.
That's actually a really good article. Really non-biased
Yep.
Informative article. I got a story about Britain electricity. My nose is itching. Glad Mike's not here to give me shiz about it. This is funny.
That is
It's
funny.
only in Florida. A man arrested for trespassing in Marathon was given additional charges after he took a briefcase full of marijuana with him to jail.
I didn't know you could even take a briefcase to jail.
I know. What did he think that they were not going to... What's in your bag, sir?
What's in your suspicious briefcase?
Jeff Pollock, 42, was taken into custody Saturday after his ex-girlfriend called deputies saying he refused to leave her home on Camino Real in Marathon. My grandma lived on Camino Real Street in Arkansas.
Mm.
Yeah. She got followed home and robbed at that place.
Wow.
She owned a country nightclub. Her and my grandpa.
Yeah. She have a briefcase of marijuana, or
No,
she just
there's out of money, a ton of money.
and
then she
more
got,
valuable.
Yeah,
I imagine.
They followed her home and robbed her.
That sucks. Don't do that, listeners.
Horrible.
Protect grandmas.
Pollock told... Wait. The ex-girlfriend, whose name was not released, told the deputies she let him stay the night, but when she told him to leave, he refused and laughed at her.
Burn.
What a situation. What a... God, that's... Dude. Yikes. She made a pretty big mistake, sounded like. Maybe you shouldn't have let him sleep over.
So he left.
Like, that's the whole story.
Yeah.
Pollock told deputies he lived at the apartment, but the officer on duty reminded Pollock that he had helped him move out just a few months earlier. The victim also had a copy of Pollock's current lease, proving he lived somewhere else. Pollock had a previous trespass warning at that home as well. He was arrested for trespass after warning, but before he was taken away, he told deputies he had a briefcase with cash inside he wanted to take with him to jail. When a deputy asked Pollock for the code to open it, he refused to give it to him. Once Pollock arrived at the Marathon Detention Center, he agreed to give deputies the code, and they opened it, finding $9,480 in cash and 27 grams of marijuana inside. Pollock was charged with possession of marijuana and introduction of marijuana into a detention facility. The cash was seized for possible forfeiture. He was released on a $27,000 bond. What an idiot!
Yes. If he would have left that cash and cannabis for his girlfriend, maybe she wouldn't kick him out next time.
I'd say the chick called the cops on you. Forget about her and call your buddy to go get your briefcase.
Yeah.
This was not a smart motherfucker. What a jackass. Ass hat of the
Poor decision.
day award.
Yes.
So I guess Bike's not coming in today. I don't know.
He's got a few minutes to make it, but we'll hold our breath.
He's still listed as being in the chat room. All right. Hey, look, there's somebody in the...
Yep.
I was like looking at the chat.
Elusive head bobbing in and out.
So you guys can see somebody in there when somebody's in there. I can't. I
I don't even know what that room is.
It's a copy room.
A copy room for copies?
Yep.
And also for inadvertent on-air FaceTime?
Yep. It's the record room too, I think. It's on lockdown usually. It is a lawyer's office.
It's what?
This is lawyer's office.
There is important stuff happening beyond these walls.
Yes. More than just Shady R.
So much more.
It's in Boston, Steve. Decided to come in today and see no Bike. What did you do with Bike, Tim?
He didn't get on his bike and get down here.
Bike. I was gonna be mean. I was gonna say something bad happened on the bike, but I'm not gonna wish that and put that out there into the world. So I guess
He's
Bike
just enjoying extra dabs today.
Bike and his guests are supposed to be on the way in. Hopefully, are they double riding the bike?
Obviously, yes.
That's a tandem mic. Dude, that's funny, Steve. Boston Steve is the man. I don't see how you guys can watch me all day. Here, I'm going to put the camera on Murphy. Oh, nobody needs to watch me. I like start watching myself. I'm like, dude,
I watch myself on YouTube, and I don't do much. I do a lot of sitting over here. It's not.
I'm sure that to most of our audience that you're probably a lot easier on the eyes than.
Sometimes I sit like behind the microphone, like over here.
I know.
No one knows.
I try and like not have you hide, but that microphone is big, so.
It's in my business. So.
All right. Anyway, maybe Bike will be here. Maybe you won't. Really, I try not to think that people are actually watching me. All right. Vale.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're doing it. They keep chatting about it. I mean, well, I'm not in the town of Vale. My center up there is on county land.
Okay.
And that's the only way that we can exist is by being outside of the actual towns. A lot of the towns have put bans into full effect.
So is the county going to let you be?
The county is most likely going to move forward with recreational. It's still not 100% clear. However, the county has already taken medical cannabis to a popular vote, and they've studied the election results for, Amendment 64 passing, for example. More people came out and voted on Amendment 64 than they did on the president in Eagle County as well as in much of Colorado.
He got more votes, or we got more votes for marijuana than he did for president.
Exactly. Here. So they've, the county, I feel, already has the information they need to know that their constituents are in favor of having access.
More people voted for marijuana than voted for the president. That just blows me away.
But that's how much we care about it. That's how much people really got out and had opinions on this measure. So the town of Vale, they have a hard time juggling their family mountain resort persona that they want to have with the idea of recreational cannabis, but Vale Resorts really can't sit and pretend that it's not going to help their tourism to be a cannabis choice versus other resorts in other areas that may not have recreational cannabis available to tourists. I think, a couple articles have been written on it already about literally snowboarding and skiing tourism, where they look at, is Utah is going to be disadvantaged.
Yeah.
Being that they're stricter on liquor and obviously an outright ban on cannabis in any form.
In Utah?
In Utah. Mm-hmm. So those resorts may likely see a hit from the demographic that wants to go skiing and snowboarding on vacation and also partake in recreational cannabis, which, by the way, is better for your body when you're trying to heal from that first day out on the slopes. Yeah. Alcohol dehydrates you, and you will ride worse the next day. So it's
I hate alcohol.
It's tough for Vale. They've got a lot to choose. But they will probably just extend a moratorium, see what happens. There's not currently any centers there now, so.
In a game of more wait and see, the Vale Town Council made the first of two steps Tuesday to extend the current temporary ban on recreational marijuana business. Council's waiting to see what consequences, if any, arise in other towns that allow businesses to operate since last November's passing on Amendment 64. The Vale Town Council has already temporarily banned the businesses earlier this year, but the ban is set to expire August 6th. Town attorney Matt Meyer told the town last June in a meeting that it could extend that temporary ban.
And they may.
I mean, they're not completely saying no right now.
One article written by the Vale Daily actually had quoted a town board member as saying she was a solid maybe on recreational cannabis.
Solid maybe.
Solid maybe. So
I love
that's how much of a town they would like. That's how much of a stand they're gonna take. They're really gonna wait.
Maybe
drag us along. But at least they're not closing anyone that's already in business. Vale has gone out of their way to extend moratoriums before anyone even entertains the idea of opening. So
Denver to Tokyo, United Airlines. I wonder if that flight would be fun or not. Be stuck on a plane for that long.
I don't wonder. I don't think I would enjoy that at all.
I used to enjoy flying, but I mean, it's not something that's. I don't think I would enjoy it as much as I used to anymore. I don't know why.
I have a bit of a flying phobia.
Yeah, I don't know.
Personally.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
I don't really have a flying phobia. Yeah, yeah.
That's a long flight. Don't book that flight.
I guess if you got to get somewhere though.
Yeah.
I don't know, I used to be like, oh, flying is fun. It's fun. Now it's the chore to get to where you need to go. A pain in the ass.
I mean, first class.
The airport's been
probably
a
a
pain
little
in
better.
the ass for a while.
Yes.
I haven't been flying in a while though.
The airport is the worst part of getting on a plane. I think it's very nerve-wracking to walk through the airport.
Oh yeah.
And because you relinquish a lot of rights.
I don't mind DIA
as a citizen
that much.
by even just entering an airport. So.
I don't mind DIA that much. The part of the airports that suck is that you gotta walk forever.
Mm-hmm. And people in front of you never in a hurry. So.
No. And coming back from a trip or whatever, when you get into that like boring ass airport, you're like, yeah, fuck, I'm back. That part does suck. But really, DIA is a pretty nice airport to like go in and chill, and it's not too bad.
I haven't been to too many others.
It is home of the Illuminati, so.
Is it?
It is. There is a huge just thing underneath DIA, and it is where the underground and the Illuminati meet and do their thing.
Interesting.
I don't really believe that.
I mean, let's check it out. Yeah.
It is a serious. It's a big ass conspiracy theory.
Interesting.
Crazy, along with like all the other, because there was all the crazy artwork there and stuff.
The horse with the red eyes.
I like that horse.
He is a scary horse.
That horse killed the guy that made him, and then
Really?
killed another guy that was putting it together. Yeah.
Wow.
That horse is
So they're
evil.
like, leave that up. Don't touch it.
Did you see the picture one day where it was just like the whole background behind the horse was just like thunder and like
Storm
dark
clouds
yeah.
and ominous doom.
And they took a picture, of the horse and it was all filtered and it looked like hell on earth.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's crazy.
It's a scary horse.
And yeah, they have really cool art there. I mean, really, really cool art. Some people don't like it, but there's some even violent type art there. It's weird.
Yeah. They change out the exhibits pretty often too.
Yeah, they do add stuff.
If you have to fly often. Keep it interesting.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Denver does a good job.
I really
decorating.
don't fly that much, so I just randomly saw that Denver to Asia nonstop flight. Oregon. Marijuana possession and cultivation penalties in Oregon have been cut in half thanks to John Kitzhaber's signature on 2 bills earlier this week. Kitzhaber? Is that how you say his name?
I'm not sure.
Kitzhaber signed Senate Bill 40 and Senate Bill 82, which eases marijuana penalties in the state for those caught with over an ounce and eliminates a provision that suspends driver's licenses for possession of less than 1 ounce. Senate Bill 40 lowers the penalty for the possession of more than 4 ounces from a Class B felony with up to 10 years in prison to a Class B misdemeanor with a maximum 5 years in jail. More than 4 ounces is still pretty damn low, though. More than that being a felony still. What is it? What's the new rule here? They just changed it again. I think you can possess like, I don't know. It specifically lays out concentrate too. You can possess half as much concentrate as the most. It's like 12 pounds that you can possess before it becomes like a drug felony in Colorado
Right.
now. And drug felonies are separated from regular felonies too. All the sentencing and everything is completely separated now. It's like you can have 6 pounds of concentrate or something. I don't know. Before it's a serious issue. If you get a drug felony in Colorado right now, I mean, you really got to be trying.
You do. You do.
You really got to try. Which, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's still the rules. I can't agree with the rules. Wow, this Farker is here.
They have arrived.
A half an hour left. Hey, what is that? Is that a mini?
It's my Wicked Sands.
It's what?
Wicked Sands.
When did you get that? Here, where's the other
A month or so
microphone?
ago. Where's the other microphone?
Right there.
Oh.
Go sit. So you can go sit over there if you want, dude. Who's with us?
We have a guest.
Yes, introduce yourself. I don't know what you're going to introduce yourself as.
This is Enzo Gorlami.
Enzo.
Yeah, Quantum Extracts.
Hold on, let me go ahead and talk in your mic there.
Quantum Extracts, Enzo Gorlami, Massachusetts.
Quantum Extracts
Another
from
masshole in the
Massachusetts.
house.
That's good.
Another masshole.
Yeah, all day.
Excuse me while I dab.
Dude, I need a dab.
Oh, you do? Let me cut the line for you then. Here. It's hot as a motherfucker in here. Elephant's
is.
balls wrapped in corduroy.
Thanks for coming in and just yeah, throwing down.
I've been listening to you talk about me. I had to walk out of the room. It seems like you can't do a show for 10 minutes without saying my name.
You're an important member of this team.
I felt bad I couldn't be here, but like I said, not as bad as I felt that I didn't know we were doing a show until 9:30 this morning.
Dude,
Booyah!
you assumed that you were doing a show. Assume that we were until I told you no. Pretty much.
We'll have to have a meeting after the show.
No, we don't have to have a meeting after the show.
Don't be afraid. It's not a yelling meeting.
I'm not having a meeting.
I'm not having a meeting.
I'm not having a meeting today at all. You didn't even show up till half an hour before the show.
There's no fish.
Over.
There's no fish oil in this extract.
Is there no fish oil? Did you not include the trace amount of
his
inert
fault.
substance?
No, it's his fault. Don't take blame for shiz that he knows. He knew he was supposed to be here. What other plans would you have today anyway?
I got a million things to do now.
Why are you doing? Why are you doing?
Doing what?
Well, yeah, because Enzo's here.
Oh yeah, well, he's part of my plans. He's involved.
What
in
are you gonna
a few
do today?
Things I got to do. I got to go up to Boulder and see 3 people in Boulder, 3 different people in 3 different places. Then we're gonna go probably back to Denver.
All right, you're boring.
I know. I mean, don't ask me. Don't ask me what I'm doing. It's
yeah,
not,
we
it's
need
not
to
that
find.
great.
I need some shatter too. But dude,
Where's
you're.
it at?
Oh,
What's
thanks.
good? Bubble hash.
Kind Love has some great shatter. Dude, what the fuck is up with your silly mustache you got going?
I was
did
gonna
that
bring
just-
up the mustache,
just for
but
the-
I
for
didn't
the show.
know.
Thanks.
I was digging
You look like a doofus.
Thank
Oh,
you.
you almost knocked the damn.
My battery died while
Hit
I
me
was
up.
shaving my face.
You almost knocked this
This is
thing
the
off.
best I could do at the last second to not without ripping my facial hair out or plucking it. So I got the dangle stash, the coastal going on. Toaster.
My camera is dark as fuck today. Ooh, I dropped the bomb.
This is a representation of your soul. Cameras can tell when you have a dark soul. You show up all dark.
I do have dark soul.
I know.
You know what I'm doing tonight? I'm going to Hood Lab and Higher Heights.
Higher heights.
Ah,
Are you gonna go?
Jerk chicken. I
You're
may.
gonna come?
I
Dude,
might
you gotta come
roll
down.
over.
You gotta come down.
I will also be at Hood Lab for the Cottonmouth Kings.
You got a ticket?
Little event. I'm gonna be there, hanging out.
Did you get a ticket?
I did not buy a ticket yet. You can buy a
Oh.
ticket online somewhere.
It's 420 tickets, isn't it?
Tim
Sell
knows.
out?
Yeah.
That was just generic. You didn't really know what we were talking about.
You didn't. It was generic.
If you
You
Why
could have
you-
soundboarded that.
turn that thing off,
Oh, speaking of sound, it's hot. It's hot.
dude, I've been in here for an hour and a half.
Turn
it off. God, me and Murphy were perfect.
Ladies
what
and
that
gentlemen,
sounds
Mike is
like.
back.
Me and Murphy were doing perfectly fine.
Well, pass the torch over here.
Not having.
Keep in mind, Tim's exhaling my oil as he's like, "Man, don't do that."
Where's your computer?
We were fine.
Where's your soundboard?
Oh, speaking of which, we have a great soundbite. You saying something awesome earlier. We were talking about in the chat room. You said some prize stuff, and it's going to be part of the soundboard that's starting full time next week.
Whatever. I still have very little confidence that you can pull this off. So,
Well,
Good luck.
What is your hesitation in thinking I can't do
I
it?
just think it's not the easiest thing in the world to do.
No, it's not. But I'm pretty damn quick. I had you crying like a baby the other day. Murphy was a smelly pirate hooker. I mean, I was all over it. You think I'm not going to be good? Come
But
on.
you're really good with putting your foot in your mouth.
If I was serious, do you think I could say it? If it was
No.
nothing but a joke, do you think I can just sit here and go, "Oh, smelly pirate hooker, go back to your home on Whore Island"?
Do you think that? Well, you did put your foot in your mouth. I'm not gonna.
I didn't.
Yeah, you did the thing you posted about. That said something about hose.
Yeah.
And dude, I was like, "What are you doing, dude?" And hold on here.
It's hilarious, but no one knows.
You don't
gotta-
have to mute it.
Yeah.
I could talk.
Yeah.
Your girlfriend was like, "Really, Pike?"
She was sitting right next to me when she
You
said
called
it.
her a hoe, pretty much, dude.
No, I didn't. You read so deep.
She obviously did too. I mean,
she obviously knows how to play into a joke, and you don't.
I am playing into the joke
stretch
right now.
And reach and grab at straws that aren't even there.
I'm just pointing out. That's my shtick too.
Well, here's your
Is to
shtick.
point
You
out-
don't have one, and I'll tell you that this is. Shit, I don't know how to tell you this without even you getting mad or taking offense. I had a friend of mine.
Great.
A friend of mine message me and say, "You guys have so much potential. If Tim would just read the 10 rules of improv." He does not. Like, you're always supposed to agree with your partner. You're always
That's true, though. That is a rule of improv.
You
have to go with it.
No, that's the
I'll let
thing,
you.
is
I'll let
that's
you
what
read
makes
it.
this.
I'll let you,
I understand.
I'll let you read what
That doesn't
she said.
mean that's
She
gonna
said,
happen.
The way you cut me off to make me sound like I'm not making sense, but I really am, makes you look bad. When you should just go with me to the prom. Come on, let's go, dude.
You have a very. There's a very rare time when you have a good input for something. Like your input. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean.
Here's some third input for you, Tim.
I'm just saying.
That you're ass talking.
I am being a dick.
We still miss you when you're gone.
It doesn't make sense.
No, because you drive me crazy.
That's
so
the
then I have
only
to, like,
reason. Thank you.
You drive me crazy, so then I have to like.
I'll repeat
try
it again.
and get control
I'll repeat
of
it
you.
again, and you can tell me if this is accurate or not. And actually, Mass Super Skunk is the guy who said this.
Oh, I'm gonna
after the first
trust
time
anything he
watched.
says.
No, it's his opinion. He said after the watching the show, he's like, to me, he said, "You are just Massachusetts, and Tim just does not get it."
All right then. So can we just get on the same page with that then?
That's 100% valid, though.
That's up to you. You gotta be like right here.
No.
100% valid what he said.
That was a great opinion.
Massachusetts is just completely different.
How do we
You know
get
what
to
I mean?
know Massachusetts?
But I could care less.
Go
about
there,
getting
check
to-
it out.
I don't care about getting to know Massachusetts.
Well, here's the thing: if it's just
I
one-
care about Denver.
Well, you're here.
How about
Am I
Kremlin?
if I was in Massachusetts?
So come to Massachusetts. I'll show you a good time. What's up?
Imagine if you were
That
surrounded
sounds
by
scary.
people like me.
You have no idea what I go through every day.
Could you imagine if you were surrounded by people? It might be
Oh, I
easier
would-
for you.
That's why I'm here.
It might be easier for you. Why don't you just take a trip to Boston for the weekend?
That would be fun.
We'll have Sweet Tits pick you up at the airport.
Who?
My buddy Sweet Tits. He'll take good care of you.
He sounds like a good guy.
He's a great guy.
Coincidentally, we both know Sweet Tits, and he's a great guy.
Oh my goodness, dude.
Yes.
That Boston would be cool to go to the Boston Freedom Rally and
I went once.
shiz like that.
I don't cooperate in any of that stuff. Just
Why
because-
not?
Just because it's in the public eye, and I don't have.
You don't want to put yourself in
It's
front
a
of.
different world out there, dude.
I will agree. Yeah, probably. And
different
if when I go outside of Colorado, and even some places in Colorado,
When do you go outside Colorado?
I've been outside a few times.
Have you ever been to a border county that touches another state?
Yeah, dude. I used to live in Moffat County, dude.
Where's that?
Northwest Colorado.
Oh, okay. Still in the state, though.
Utah, farkin' Wyoming. I was 30 minutes from Wyoming. Went to Wyoming all the damn time. Covered Wyoming news.
Makes sense. You ever
So
owned a,
farkin' boring.
Have you ever owned a cowboy hat?
No.
Boots?
No.
Never.
Maybe when I was a little child.
Souvenir
little kids
buckle?
all have cowboy boots.
Because I came from the
Here
mountains.
they do.
Out of the Wild Wild West.
They're my favorite shoes when I was little.
In Boston,
Wow.
they have Red Sox.
The Wild Wild West. The Wild Wild West.
You know who sings that song?
Will Smith.
Before that, Tim.
Yeah.
That's funny. Actually, I can't think of the name.
Kumo D.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
But I am a huge Will Smith fan, so back you up on that.
Damn, I
Independence
used to
Day,
know
one of
Will-
my favorites.
I used to know like Will Smith raps like the back of my hand.
Mickey Martin's status
Welcome to
yesterday
Miami.
was classic.
I remember that one. That is awesome. I can't see the preview screen on my damn vid blaster, so I keep thinking the camera is on a certain person and it's not.
Jet black Benz, plenty of friends, and all the Philly steaks you can eat.
Whatever.
Really?
I don't.
I thought you like Will Smith.
I don't know that though.
It's because you're a loser, dude.
Oh.
Go fark your couch. She said, "Aw."
Flying in from Massachusetts, I tell you this: Colorado is rural. The entire state, rural. Like,
I'm just used to it.
completely barren. I flew in, I was like, "This is Colorado." I was like, what?
You,
I had to drive a half hour to Denver. It's just like this little city.
you
like,
find yourself saying, "Where are all the trees?"
yeah, there are no trees anyway.
There is, but it's not like
Massachusetts
we
is
got
just
trees. It's just trees everywhere. It's
green.
like they plowed out neighborhoods of trees.
And it's like yellow out here. Like, out east, it's green.
Yo.
Out west, it's like
All right.
yellow. It's weird.
It's just
Be nice.
initial observations.
Yeah.
Be
You're,
nice.
you're
Well, what
taking it harshly. He's
Not
just
He said
talking.
we're
Exactly.
yellow.
No,
What's wrong? You don't like if you don't like you find that offensive.
you
You
guys
have
a
a
lot of
problem with
farmland.
yellow.
That's pretty ballin'. I mean, that's
We do a lot of farming.
yeah. That's
so
you know, we don't have that. We don't have the space.
How about that?
We're balling with our farmland.
I would ball out with farmland. I would not even question that.
You should bring him by
I
Hood
would
Lab
love to
later
own a
tonight.
farm. It's very
Yes.
very difficult in Massachusetts.
You should come by. You should come to Hood Lab tonight.
I have to bring him and make the rounds. He's
Higher
gonna-
Heights. You get to meet Nick T if you're there.
Woo! You get to meet Nick T if you're there.
Oh, Derek. And
Talk to him like
I heard he was looking to get the bugs out of his garden.
I cannot confirm nor deny that. I don't think he does have any bugs in his garden.
Not bad bugs.
Bugs
out of his-
happen.
Yeah,
It's
you know, I
it's
was just-
reparable.
She'll hurt you. She's nicotine.
Was that a
Spawn
bad
of
thing to
nicotine.
say? Like I don't know how it is. He was like looking for help, and I actually posted like saying that I was coming out this week, and I was like, I'll fucking help out your garden. Whatever. I'll work all day, whatever. So.
Gotta get a badge.
I'll bring. He's talking about his private garden.
Yeah.
Oh, it's private garden.
Consenting
Well, that's okay.
adults. We're
Yeah.
all
Oh
good.
yeah. Shoot,
Yep.
we talked
See,
about
the
that.
thing,
Recreational
the thing
garden.
about Colorado, it's funny. It's like everybody that's in the business now is like you gotta go get legal. Get legal. 100%.
Gotta go get badged, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I'm coming from the opposite side of the fence. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
What? Like, dude, I'm not gonna.
You need
do
a
this.
badge to sell sandwich baggies full of Ace that you lick.
Damn it.
You lick to seal to make the seal. You go.
I've seen that.
Oh,
That's
how we
still
grew up.
happening.
We grew up with it like that.
Yeah.
Where someone else's spit was the seal of your bag.
That happened in dispensaries for sure.
No,
at the
it's
beginning.
still going
Did
on.
they lick
I've
your
seen
bag
it.
in dispensaries?
Yes.
Dude, at the beginning.
Yes.
That's
Still going on.
ridiculous. That's
I
ridiculous.
saw it.
Even if you go like lick your finger and then like swipe it on the bag.
No
you're like, "Oh, it's
human
gross."
should ever touch your product before it goes into your body ever. Plain and simple.
Well,
If you have that type of quality control, then
Chopsticks to
that's
get your weed.
Chopsticks, yeah, but people
never
posted
never
pictures
once.
of trimming
That
with no
resin should
gloves
never
on.
Be
They should all get.
Yeah.
They should all get herpes of the hands. And
We discussed
get
earlier
gloves the hard way.
We discussed earlier the action, whatever the hell. What is that extract company?
Action Extraction, I
He's
believe.
talking about that post earlier. Not that anything else other than the enormous amount of people throwing each other under the bus in it. You're gonna want to go read it.
Oh, okay. Can't
Yeah, I'm
wait.
surprised you don't know. Like, I'm surprised you don't have.
I've been busy this morning. I'm not following all the gossip train, but I'll check it out.
Dude, holy crap! Yeah.
Wow.
We're
Maybe
all
I'm
gonna
not-
get stopped.
And I'm an expert.
tattoos.
I'm an expert at farked up Facebook.
Maybe I'm not gonna get involved then.
No, you don't. You definitely
go-
don't want to.
go
You definitely
hang
don't
in-
want to post it.
Go
I
in
don't
the
get involved in
sunshine
that
today
shit
and
anyways.
ignore it
It's
entirely.
That's what I'm doing.
It's got all the cats in it.
Awesome. Let's let them.
I even threw my hat in for one comment because I was like, I can't believe this is going on.
Wow.
I did not.
It's one thing for it to be like is somebody blasted indoors, and like people saying why it was okay, and then people throwing each other under the bus for illegal activities. You're gonna want to go to
Well,
it.
you can blast indoors as long as you have a lab that has proper
This
ventilation
is
and a suction table or whatever, vacuum table, whatever it's called.
Well, I know. I'm just saying. That's not the point of everything. Like that wasn't the. I mean,
Oh, okay.
let it police itself that way. I mean, they're smart. People are smart enough in the industry that they're going to call it out and they're going to educate. The point was the amount of silliness.
Oh,
there's a lot of silliness in the industry.
Go figure.
Oh, I know.
A lot of drama.
I'm
a lot of.
Dude, I'm well aware of that.
Ridiculous. I just like to stay in the shadows and. Just
It's surprising if my name isn't mentioned in it. If it's going on, if it's crazy and happening on
Sounds
Facebook.
like you just put your name in it.
No, that's all I said was. Well, I did kind of.
Do
put
you
my
tag
name.
yourself, Tim? Anything dramatic? You're
Brittany
just,
did though, multiple times, calling me out after I was like, she thought I was like saying it was stupid to post the picture, and then she called me a bad activist. I think
You could just
At
start
least that's what
deleting all
Murphy
your
thought.
comments.
A badass activist?
a bad activist.
Oh.
is what we originally mean.
Like a-
Murphy kind of thought at first, and then I thought at first, and I was like, maybe she was just making sure that. I don't know. I'm thinking on the best side of
What's
it.
worse, that or a dipshiz?
I mean,
Getting called names all over the place.
yeah, she called.
By
In
girls.
fairness, she called me a Chewbacca once, and like I didn't take it personally.
Not even a Wook or a
No,
Chewbacca.
a full-blown
Chewie.
full-blown Chewbacca.
What does that even mean?
I didn't worry about it. I was like, Chewbacca's fucking
You should
famous.
have been like.
You guys are being too loud for the mics. I can't. I'm like lazy.
Sorry,
today.
we're not from around here.
It's too exciting. There's so many people in the studio now.
You're such a Chewbacca,
I know.
Murphy.
I know.
That flight sucked.
I took it. I was like, all right.
I don't know where you go with that.
No, you
You
go.
gotta,
you
gotta
stay where you
find
are.
the Wookiee sound effect.
We do need
You
it.
have to find that for sure.
I have it.
And add
It's
that.
in there.
So the
We need
soundboard's
multiple ones.
happening.
We need
That was
multiple
partial
ones.
approval
Soundboard had a-
for
yes.
soundboards.
Oh, nice.
We had a test run a couple days ago.
I've been busy. I've not been watching.
So anyway, I really just try and keep the craziness to just my page, but
Yeah, try not to let it seep out.
I try not to.
Facebook seepage.
All right. Anyway, what other news do I have to get to today? Did you have anything else
What are you doing this week?
this week?
Yeah.
I'm going to Hood Lab tonight.
Seems like Monday.
Let's get some East
It
Coast
does
news
feel like a
going
Monday.
on.
Doesn't it? The holiday
Bunch of
week
stuff
always
going on
throws
out
me
east.
off.
We
Tell us what is going on out east. We need
There's
to know.
there's a festival in Harmony, Maine right now going on. It's a cannibal. It's a carnival.
A cannibal carnival.
Cannabis
Carnival.
There we go.
New England.
I'll go to that.
Cannabis
Got me all
Carnival.
sativa'd out already. Yeah, there's Mickey is doing and Ed Rothesnall is going to be there. They're doing.
Oh,
a
at
huge,
the
in
Massachusetts.
Boston. There's 3 locations: Boston, Lowell. I don't know exactly. What
talking to your mic there.
Boston,
Fall River.
Lowell, and
Fall River.
Fall River. There's like a
Sweet.
bunch of
That's Mickey
how to get
Martin.
into the industry, how to be certified, know what's up,
I wish I had my
quality
computer,
control.
but
all
Mickey
that
Martin, Addison, and Ed Rosenthal
So get out there, check that out.
are doing a. That's the 12th, 13th, and 14th, though, I think. I'll get that information on Monday for us.
All right, you do that.
Because as you can
Bisco.
see, I have no computer.
Camp Bisco, New York, Albany.
Oh, that's Hunter Mountain, yeah. Camp Bisco is a trip. Tim would not survive at a Wook Fest.
No, he has his tie-dye shirt on.
Yeah, I know. He looks like a custy,
He
though.
is.
His short hair and
He's
tie-dye
wearing,
shirt.
if he's wearing sandals right now,
I'm going
he's
to.
there.
I'm
Sandals.
probably going to fish.
Word. Warren said I can have the table, but you can't come to it.
They're
I
doing
got invited by somebody else.
They're doing
Oh,
22
sweet.
shows
Two,
right now?
I
20
think. No, I'm gonna. I don't know if I'm going in the show, but I'm gonna go.
But they're on I think Fish has just left for them.
They left. They started Bangor 2 nights ago. They were off last night, and they're starting up again tonight in Saratoga Springs, I think.
So yeah, I mean,
Pretty Lights was last night in Boston.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, they're from here. We don't make a big deal about them.
Yeah, all right. Well, in Boston, they're
No, I hear you.
Pretty Lights crushes it.
I couldn't even name one Pretty Lights song, dude.
I couldn't either, but the tall dude with the long hair is coming to Melanie's work, Mike's camera, a couple times, and he comes in at like 5 minutes before they close, and he's like, "Do you mind if I just shop late?" But he spends $15,000, so they're like, "Sure."
Dude, why is this water bottle all farked up?
It's your perception.
I was thinking maybe it was.
So Melanie works at the camera shop.
Mike's camera.
Mike's camera.
Yes.
You know, something that I've been seeing asked a lot on the internet is information about what cameras, what equipment you need to get those sweet macro photos.
You need a macro kid.
We should cover that. We should talk about some equipment.
We should
get some
do that.
photographers in here.
That's a great angle. That's a great idea.
Andy Haggis, great photographer.
Hey,
Great Photoshop
Haggis
tech.
just got a shout out again. Dude, I gotta get. Yeah, Haggis is.
You gonna mail him his hat? You feel bad?
Haggis is the man, Tim. You mean
Yeah,
to
I
say?
do need to get this hats out.
Andy Haddis.
Yeah, I do need to get this hats. Fuck.
If you do it right,
I'll just give you
postage is $2.35 a piece. If you do it right.
I'll just give you money.
All right, give me $20 each. Dude.
$20 each?
Oh, I want service charge and
Fuck
gas
your
fee.
couch.
It's just cheaper to do it yourself.
I
Is the
believe I'll
point?
see Andy on Wednesday.
Fuck that. You're gonna see Andy on Wednesday?
Sweet, you're getting the hat.
I'll give you the hat.
Give him the
and send
hat.
it with him.
Free
Get
shipping.
stuff done.
I'll get his. I'll make sure his shirt goes with that too.
Yes.
Whatever. It'll get delivered.
Haggis, what do you want? A brown or a blue shirt?
He gets
Let
one.
me know.
He gets one of each, dude. Come
Dude,
on.
we're gonna. I don't know if we even have.
We have
sizes of each
We have
anymore.
100 shirts left.
No, we don't.
Oh, we have 100 shirts,
We only had like 60, dude.
but we have 100
12,000 downloads a month, and you have 12 shirts.
left. And trying to charge people for them is bullshit. We just need to give them out and get them out there.
You need
That's
more
what we
shirts,
do.
Tim.
And then we need more shirts.
We do just need to get him out there and get more. You're all right. Dude, I never said I was a businessman. In fact,
well-
I think I've made it quite clear that I have failed in that portion.
Instead of
this.
calling me a douche and saying "shut up," you should listen more. Take the
You
wax
are a
out of
douche,
your
and
ears.
shut up.
Well, to be more perceptive.
I'm gonna
of
hand
this.
over JDR to Murphy.
And then
Oh,
She's
yeah?
obviously proved that she can run a business. See what she can do with the campaign here.
I need to grab some shirts out of the office after. I'll lock it up after.
No, what shit?
You just handed the show to her. Shut
I didn't
up.
officially.
I heard you. It's on video. Duh.
I said a maybe was.
That's on the internet.
It's on the internet. It's,
Official.
Forever.
I know.
NSA's got that shit now.
Hey, check it out. It's Dabs of Denver.
I wanted to be here.
Let me see that. Where'd that come from? How long has that been sitting there? Let me see that.
Denver's official 710 celebration, the Dabs of Denver.
Oh, by the way, if you would like to get tickets for the 710, not the 710 Cup, but the celebration with the Cottonmouth Kings and the Dabby Q, make sure you head to Hood Lab's Facebook page, and there you can find a link. Hood Lab Colorado. It's also on the Carnival page if you friended the Carnival. Just click on that link. It's like $25, and you get and the leaf blower. Damn it, I forgot to. The leaf blower is going to
It's
happen.
going down.
The leaf blower is going down. Hey, wait, don't. What are you doing?
Nothing.
Don't. Not yet. Don't take it.
Here, read it now.
God, I fucking hate you.
My
You're such a baby, dude. Talk about earlier the bad blood. It's all in the herbal industry. So yeah, Kind Love is on board, which I'm stoked about because their extracts are fantastic.
Yeah, I'm hoping to check those out ASAP.
I just wanted to see this.
That looks like
Haven't heard of it.
It's a dab party at the Oriental Theater.
Those happen all the
You can't
time.
be ripping up. You can't be ripping up studio
It's an
shit.
accident. I need to get a hangnail out from underneath my right thumbnail. I need a little piece of cardboard to do that.
It's a specific answer, so you know it's true.
I can't be lying on that one.
I don't think. God dang it. Our name should have been on everything.
I did notice. I won't call anyone out, but I noticed a grammatical error on one of those advertisements, and it's been bothering me all day, and I can't wait.
Get her a
Which
marker.
one that you wouldn't
Get
take
her a
prescription
Sharpie.
pills
Yeah,
without
yeah.
knowing the dosage?
Question? Dosage? Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been called out a few times.
It's.
It's
I'm
all
looking
right.
at it, and I'm like,
You wouldn't?
Dude, it's already 54. I'm used to having you here for an hour and a half. It's overwhelming that you're only
I'm
here for a
fine.
half hour.
I'm
That
here. Just give me more than an hour or hour's notice, and I will
I
be
didn't.
here.
I like there was a good possibility that I was gonna say, hey, I don't want to do it, but then you should have just been ready because I mean there was no. I mean, what else were you gonna do?
Well,
I mean,
if
and
I
either
was
way,
ready,
I don't care. I mean, whatever.
If I was ready, yeah. Either way, yeah.
we'll
it's way too much.
establish
I just
some
was like,
emergency
you wanted me to be
protocol
here, so
for
I
the future.
was here.
I mean, I technically probably could have ridden my bike here. Not a problem. I do it all the time.
We told people you did ride your bike here.
I do all the
So-
time. All the time. It's usually right over my left shoulder. But
why is Tim? That's horse shiz. What is horse shiz?
who's calling you out?
I don't know. Snake vitus.
Tim, I have a question for you.
What's up?
When did the self-censorship start?
The self-censorship? What do you mean?
Like
The fart
Tim
shiz?
doesn't
fart
swear.
shiz.
Yeah.
I don't. I started when I started listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
All right.
I also took Good Times from Adam Carolla.
And then it's like a part 2. I got another.
What's up?
Is it Colorado or Colorado?
It's both.
Okay.
Colorado.
Just wondering. Just trying to clarify.
Colorado.
Is it everybody's duty to give me shit once they get in here?
Well, he's making himself at home, which isn't a problem, and that's not shiz. That's just asking questions. You know that people have the opportunity to meet a celebrity. They want to ask them a couple simple questions they've always wanted to know. It's not a big deal.
They're saying, hey man, bike being at your beck and call, like we might do a show. It's not a. It was an option of like a holiday. Is the issue with yesterday?
You set it up like we're probably not gonna be doing
because
a
I did it.
show
I wanted to
again.
take another day off.
Yep, and then
And-
that's what you thought of last night. And then even Georgia said she was gonna be pissed if you
Really, Georgia's the one that convinced me
Go
that
figure.
this just was not gonna happen. Because I was like, oh, fuck. Hey, by the way, I really need your help to move some shiz.
When? Not today. Sorry.
Whenever you can, like tomorrow. or
Tomorrow
something.
we could probably do it. When?
Whenever.
Do you got a spot to move it to this time?
I'm not moving anything like that. I mean, I need to get some stuff in the house moved around.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about that. That's no
Oh,
problem.
I don't
Today
wanna-
or tomorrow.
I don't wanna
I thought you were
slide the
talking
crap
about
out of
just
every-
moving your storage again.
Anyway, we can do it tomorrow. So
Sure.
I think tonight I'm going to be.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
going
stop
out.
by Hood Lab.
Hood Lab. All right.
It should be an interesting night, regardless.
You
Good
better
food.
come and show up, dude. Yeah. I got to go make
Peppa
sure that I
pot.
go get some cash because they don't have any ATM action.
Not in that area.
Not
so
really
much.
in that area. And they don't take a card at the Island Pepper Pot.
Listen to you
Booth.
all like old man preparing, like, oh, I don't have
Dude,
a
because-
bank in that area, so I'll have to go withdraw from my passbook savings.
It's because I don't want to have it borrow
Go to
any
an
money.
ATM, dude. It's not that far.
I'm going to go to an ATM.
ATMs are like assholes. They're everywhere.
I'm going to go home, take care of everything that needs to be taken care
Probably 3 ATMs between here and your home.
of. Well, see, here's the deal. There's one down right across.
Tell me about it.
Right by Cervantes.
Yeah.
And that's right on the way. Shut up. I'm so hungry.
I know.
Residents require. Okay, 6 ways Washington's marijuana rules. Washington marijuana rules are looser than Colorado. Let's see here.
I personally feel like Massachusetts laws are looser than Colorado.
Massachusetts laws are looser than Colorado. We have legalization, and no, you don't.
Yeah, but
You talking to your mic?
I just think that
Massachusetts does have that. They list off all the ailments, all the qualifications, then they say, or any other condition.
Yeah,
Are
we
you
have-
talking about medical marijuana?
Yeah,
you can.
Which I think is
And
appropriate.
in Colorado,
it's
you
between
can
and
have
your doctor.
You can
Yeah,
have.
yeah.
I
Whatever
agree,
it is.
but I've never heard another
simple.
state
I'm
say
not really
or any other condition.
If your
wishing
doctor
for-
signs off on you here in Colorado, you may not get your card from the registry, but you have affirmative defense for medical marijuana for conditions that your doctor is willing to go fight in court with you for.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, thank you for your input.
Tell me, is Massachusetts doing vertical integration of any kind?
Yeah, they're going to.
100%.
Right.
100%?
Yeah, and right now they're basically like giving out hardship licenses to cultivate your own because there are no dispensaries that are, dispensing.
able.
Yeah,
The other
yeah.
thing is, there's only going to be up to 5 dispensaries per county max.
Yeah, and they're
Interesting.
already banning.
That
vape.
is going to.
What does that mean for Massachusetts? How densely populated are some of those
There's
Well,
counties?
check this out.
counties.
All right. In Denver and Boston, excuse me, have roughly the same population, about 650,000.
Mm-hmm.
Denver has 205 dispensaries. Boston will have 5 dispensaries to serve the same amount of people. So that
It's gonna have to be a humongous dispensary.
well, that's going to be one thing, but that in itself, the fact that it's
Quantum extracts.
There's going to be distance in between all these people. The distance is going to be the hardship. If you can't get to a dispensary, then because a lot of people are worried about not being able to grow at home. They say you can't grow at home unless it's a hardship. The distance between you and a dispensary can be the hardship. So
Definitely.
it's not going to be that difficult from what I hear. People are gearing up to spend a lot of money on dispensaries in Massachusetts and grows in Massachusetts. I know of this going on. I know of a 12-acre grow starting in August in Western Mass this year. So people aren't afraid to throw the bucks down because they know it's going to bounce right back.
It's going to be necessary. We were just talking about a dispensary in another state earlier this week. I forget. That closed because they're out of meds. I feel like with only 5.
New Jersey.
New Jersey, yes, closing because they ran out of meds. If there's only 5 in a place like Boston, that demand is going to be incredible.
Well, luckily, the city right next to Boston, Cambridge, is in a different county. So there will also be 5 dispensaries in Middlesex County right there next to Suffolk County. So, but there's also a shitload of people in Cambridge as well. So, I mean, it's going to be goddamn interesting for sure. And black market
It's expensive,
lives.
too, to get into the industry in Massachusetts.
Yeah, don't you have to have like a $2 million?
Yeah, it's multi-million dollar. You can't even. It's not even fathomable for someone.
Most
that's just
people,
trying
yeah.
to, like,
But that's not unheard of in other industries that anticipate that type of investment necessary.
Right,
a lot of times, even to invest and buy into a business, you can't invest $300,000 if that's all you have.
See, and that's like my thing with Massachusetts is I would like to see medical have time to develop before rec happens, and it's gonna happen in 2016. So it's not gonna have time.
Go Massachusetts.
No one even knows what BHO is.
Yeah.
No one knows what good solventless.
They're gonna find out
there.
hard and fast, like Colorado, probably too.
It's crazy. It's kind of wild.
Both states. Let's see. Let me get through this real quick here. Not Massachusetts, Colorado, but Washington and Colorado plan to prohibit sales to anyone younger than 21. Internet sales, none of those. Limit transactions to 1 ounce at a time. Ban on-site consumption, require warning labels, and limit marijuana edibles to 10 servings and 100 milligrams of THC per package. But although I-502 is more detailed and prescriptive than Amendment 64, Colorado's marijuana legalization initiative, Washington's rules are looser in several ways, says this Reason.com. Residence requirements, growers and retailers must live in the state of Washington for at least 3 months prior to seeking a license. Colorado's licenses are limited to people who've lived in the state for at least 2 years. Fees? Washington regulators intend to charge $1,250 in licensing application fees compared to $4,250 in Colorado for current medical marijuana centers. Well, we already talked about how the fees were in Colorado. Vertical integration, which will go away.
And then what happens?
October 2014. Mandatory separation of functions is what they're talking about. If you didn't know what vertical integration was, you have to grow your own. But that's going to go away. Grow locations. Washington will allow outdoor growing operations, while Colorado, there is provision to outdoor growing, but it has to be in a greenhouse. But in Washington, as we found out today, you can grow directly outside if you have security. Local veto. You can consider objections from local government, whether to grant a license. But unlike Colorado municipalities do, they don't. The municipalities don't have the authority to stop pot stores from opening within their borders. Washington plans to start issuing producer, processor, and retailer licenses in December, while Colorado will not let pot stores open until January. But see, as we found out earlier, I mean, they're still behind. So that's not necessarily true. The stores won't be open and going until after ours. From the understanding of the process with the licensing and them being able to set up a grow. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
It all seems to
It's
take
not a
longer
competition.
than we expected to.
It's not a competition. I mean, we just need to compare and contrast to make sure that we get it right next time. You know what I'm saying? For other states. So anyway, all right. We're done. A few minutes over. Why not? Hopefully everybody had a great 4th of July. Until we meet again on Monday, you guys have a great weekend. Oh, the bed just went out.
Sad when that happens.
Murphy, thank you for joining us today.
Goodbye, everybody.
It's been fun. Bike, thank you for actually coming.
You're welcome.
Thanks for having turn off your phone, buddy.
Yep, no problem. That's me. That's my Voxer.
Oh, okay, all right. Thanks for joining us, dude.
I'll see you probably catch up with you later on, Tim.
You what?
Probably see you later on, Tim.
Are you gonna come hang out?
Yeah, I gotta show this guy around town. So.
All right. We'll be back on Monday. Have you guys a fantastic weekend. I'm your host, John Doe. Say it.
The John Doe Radio Show is produced by Charlie Stash Entertainment. The John Doe Radio Show programming is not limited to information, agriculture subjects, and is informational and entertainment purposes only. We specifically include responsible marijuana reform. Rights. Listening to anyone but your mother is stupid. We accept no responsibility for your actions or misrepresentations, and we do not fully endorse the use of illegal drugs. You are ultimately responsible for yourself.
Live.